Well, should our upcoming school year involve distance learning at home through the hybrid or remote models? Well, this segment focuses on some common do's and don'ts to help you, but most of all, to take some pressure out of an added stress situation. Now, we have complete understanding that it's practically impossible to replace the classroom setting at home. So please, don't feel like you have to do that. Tell you what, let's go inside and we'll show you some simple ways on how you can conquer classwork from home. Okay, I am with, come on in here, it's Christina Martin. This is her home. She is an academic success coordinator with Wilson County Schools. And again, thank you for letting me in your home.
Absolutely.
I promise not to break anything.
Okay. I put all my breakables away, Bart. It's good. It's all good.
Probably a good idea.
A good idea.
Hey, Christina, you have a young daughter.
I do.
And we all know that remote learning, distance learning, could be a possibility at any given point throughout the upcoming school year. On the surface, hey, stressful situation.
Yes.
No question. But parent to parent, what advice would you give for those out there who look at this as a very monumental task? Because, folks, it is. But let's simplify things. What advice would you give?
So, Bart, thinking about the last 3 months that we've been home, the most important thing that I can tell you and other parents is your parent first.
Yes.
And we have phenomenal teachers. Reach out to those teachers.
Right.
Let them be teacher.
Yes, right.
You be parent first, because
Life's hard enough already.
it is. Listen, it's difficult.
Great advice. Your daughter's going to help us out today.
She is. She's excited.
Let's go meet her. All right, Christina, your daughter here has been gracious enough to star in our likely award-winning documentary film about classroom setups.
Yes.
Maybe not.
But we're going to win awards for this.
Well, let's get to the classroom setup. But what is her ideal setup in the possibility of remote learning?
Well, Bart, we, like a lot of other families, have another little person that we share our home with.
Correct.
So we had to find places where the baby wasn't crying and running around and toys going everywhere. So Margaret found that the best place for her to work was in her room.
Okay.
Or at the kitchen table when the baby was taking a nap.
Show me if remote learning has to come in play. I know you've had your help with your mom to create an ideal setup. What is your setup that you can learn in a space that you feel comfortable with?
Usually I like to have some place that I can sit and read, and some place that I can do my work, in a place where I can keep all of my work. And if I don't want to sit and read in my chair or work in my chair, I'll either sit on the floor or I'll sit on my bed and do this.
And also, too, I've noticed over here, you've got a little bit of a supplies bin that should you need easy access to those things, that they are nearby. So that helps you out, I'm sure.
Yeah, because that used to be in the playroom, and I used to be running from my room to the playroom just to do crafts because all of my stuff wasn't in my room.
Yeah. And folks, look, if you don't have bins, there's no need to go out and spend a lot of money on things. A shoebox, any boxes would work. A lot of us have those things kind of laying around, but you can kind of see the setup that Margaret has. It's very simple. So good stuff. That's certainly one of the big keys is ideal workspace, and not a workspace that has a lot of distractions like game boxes and TikTok dance-offs and LOL text conversations. Hey, those are fun, and there's a time and a place for those, but in learning time, that has to be squashed. Another key is be involved at the appropriate level, meaning, well, don't be too intrusive. Your child needs to problem solve and think things through, but just let them know that you're available if you can be.
Hey, Margaret, are you good? Do you need any help with anything?
No, I'm good, Mama.
Okay, will you let me know if you need anything, okay?
Okay.
I love you.
Love you too.
Also, encourage regular breaks in an at-home learning environment. This is a critical part to making remote learning at home very, very effective. Regular breaks break the stress, and that bodes well for everyone involved, including parents and guardians. Let's go. Also very important is to teach them to cope with frustration, but also extend grace when needed.
Oh, I just can't figure this out.
What are you working on?
This one.
So it's a higher order thinking
Mm-hmm.
word problem there.
Yeah.
Well, have you read all the way through it a couple of times?
Yes.
Okay, so here's what I want you to do. I want you to read through it again. I want you to go back and look and see if there's anything in your previous work that you've done that can help you solve that problem.
Okay.
Okay, and then after you've done that, if you still can't figure it out, we'll work on it together. But I want you to keep trying, okay?
Okay.
All right, take another look at it.
Oh, I figured it out.
Fantastic, Margaret. You've got smart work that you're doing. I'm really proud of you, okay?
Okay.
I know this is super stressful and tough because your teacher's not here and you got to deal with me. But I'm really proud of you, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Now, if remote learning is put into play, maintaining those proper bedtimes and nap time schedules, very, very important. Otherwise, you're going to have a cranky classroom at home, and that's not good for anyone.
Hey, Margaret.
What?
Hey. It's time to get up, man. What's going on? Did you not go to bed on time?
No.
What were you doing?
Watching my iPad.
So do you think that maybe tonight we should plug the iPad in the kitchen so that we can go to bed on time? Okay, get up please. Thank you.
Now, these are just some very simple suggestions and very, very basic. But basically, that's what you need to know to be most effective if remote learning is part of the teaching and learning plan for the upcoming school year. And rest assured, curriculum supports will be in place for both families and students. Your school will communicate with you further on what's expected in terms of classwork and accessing online learning tools. Our district, as a whole, is working very, very hard to simplify that process as much as possible. We are going to experience unique challenges this upcoming school year in a variety of forms. So, it's the little things you can do now in your home to better prepare for anything that concerns coronavirus. Hey, it'll go a long way to making that transition go as smooth as it can if remote learning is part of the teaching and learning plan for this upcoming school year. I'm Bart Barker for Wilson County Schools.